Good evening to you. Andrew D here with the room next door, and yeah, we are talking all things spiritual. And yeah, it took a little bit of a turn because one of the areas I wanted to deal with was because everybody thinks it's all love and light from spirit. Oh, right. Hmm. Janet still has the adverts. Yeah, Janet, the advert should be coming to an end soon. But I know that Colin's going to bring you back into the show. But yeah, yeah, what I was saying was that everyone thinks it's love and light when you do readings, and that it's all perfect. And I'll turn my volume up, Colin. I don't know whether you're listening again, but somebody's saying it's a little bit quiet. But I'll turn. No, I can't turn my volume up. Maybe you've got to try it at your end, Fellini. Thank you. Tracy SPL 45. How you doing, my dear? Good to hear from you, Tracy, and good morning to you. And it's perfect now, Fellini. Thank you. So, Janet, oh, he can't do anything about the volume. Thanks, Colin. But there you go. That's how it works. That's technology for you. It's just one of those things. But we are going to get Janet back into the show because we're going to see who comes through for her. And I've sent my thoughts out there. Janet, I hope you have too. But we were just talking, guys, about the blocks that here she is. In a second, Janet. But we were just talking about the blocks that are created sometimes by people and stop us having that really good communication. And and Janet was just talking to us earlier on, and she was saying, for a long time that she wasn't really having a good time with her mom, but she's learned to give up. Janet,
hello.
Janet, could you do me a little favour, please, and just maybe move the mic away from your mouth a touch, please?
Is that better?
Yeah, thanks. It sounded like Darth Vader on the other end. So, Janet, yeah, we were talking, weren't we, about the blocks that people bring with them and what they bring in the room. And you said you did have a hard time coming to terms with your relationship with your mom, but you sent that forgiveness and that. And what I loved as well was that you just said you love your mom, and it's nice that you're able to say that, and that you're able to be in that space right now. But there's still some way to go, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Okay, then. Now, I've just had a lady join me here, and it's interesting, and I'm sending my thoughts out now saying, well, if you're not mom, go and get a mom. But Janet, there's a lady join me here, and she's quite, I would say, diminutive in size, or quite slightly built in size, quite small in stature. And one of the things I've been drawn to is this lady's hair. So I'm not sure whether she wore a dark wig or her hair was coloured darker as she got old, because most of us get grey, and maybe ladies dye their hair a little bit lighter. But do you mind me, as this lady comes forward, I feel like I'm on a grandmother link here with her. Was your grandmother quite small in her size and quite small in stature?
Both were.
Both of them were, okay. And would you understand one of them would have she either wore a wig or it was her hair was coloured darker than her, or she kept her natural colour very late on in life, because that's what I'm being shown here.
Yeah, one of them did, definitely.
Because I feel, they both stepped forward now, because I feel the other one did go grey as we would expect, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
They've just studied the side of me now, and they're just saying to me, okay, she's got the good hair, I haven't. But I'm going to keep this going. I'm slurping away on lemon water here to keep my whistle wet, as they say. But as she steps forward, one of the things she's drawing me to, right, okay. Yeah, now, okay, now, one of the things I've been told here, Janet, there's another lady just stepped. I've got your grandmother's either side of my chair in my office, but another lady has just stepped between them. Do you mind me asking, did you, were you sort of, well, the words I'm hearing here, and please by all means say, hey, Andrew, I don't want to go there, or that, I'd rather move on to something else. That, this is your call, Janet. But were you, the words I'm hearing here, passed from pillar to post. So did you live with both of your grandmothers, or one more than the other? Because I feel like you either lived there or you spent a lot of time with
them. We did spend a lot of time with them. My dad was in the forces, so we moved around a lot.
I heard passed from pillar to post. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you for sharing that, Jana. And as this other lady steps forward, you've only got to say yes or no because we're not giving anything else away. But do you mind me asking, was there a drink or an alcohol related condition with your mom?
No, there wasn't.
Wasn't okay then, because I'm not going to ask any questions. Okay, so as your grandmother comes forward here, and you told me that you spent a lot of time with them, but she's coming forward. Would you remember her wearing? Do you know when ladies maybe wear a cardigan over the shoulders and maybe just button it at the top? Would you remember her particularly keeping something or even a shawl on her shoulders towards the end of her life or when she was older? Because she said to me, I had to keep, she's complaining about her shoulder, particularly one. So I feel that there was a condition with, and maybe she lost the use of one arm. Would you understand this?
Possibly. I don't really remember, but possibly.
Okay, thanks. So that's what she's just showed me at the moment. And where her house was as well. I'm being brought memories here because I'm being taken into a garden, and as I'm taken into this garden, I am looking at fields at the back of the house. So if it wasn't a field, I know it was an open space, and I feel this is a memory for you. Would that make sense, Jana?
Yes, it would.
Thank you. And would this have been a house where you lived?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Because I tell you what, being shown on this fence is, sorry, on this garden. You know, sometimes when people have panel fencing or they have wooden fencing, I'm being shown almost this chain link fencing or, you know, like with a mesh here. So would you remember sort of fencing like this at the back of the house?
No, I can't remember. Sorry.
That's okay. It's because I'm just being shown this open space. But I feel as I go out to the front, I feel like I'm being taken to a time when, as a child, there might have been happy memories here for you in this property. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm also being shown out the front of the house. I'm looking. I feel there's a park either just to the left. I'm looking to the left, and I feel that there was a park at the front of the house, but not far from the house. Would you remember this?
It was a long time ago. I can't remember. Sorry.
Oh, well, at least you remember these bits. So it's strange the way they're taking me. They're taking me back all this way, and one of the reasons is because I'm being told we need to take Janet to a happy place. We need to take her back to a time when she remembers being happy, and these were. Were you only about 5 or 6 at this point, Janet?
Yeah, I would have been about that.
Because that's where I'm being taken to, and I feel that this might have been. At the height of, you know, when you were moving around, and this was the height of maybe when your dad was moving around at the most, because I feel that this was a brief stop. Would that make sense?
Yes, it did. We were only ever in the UK for about a year, and then we went abroad.
And because I was being shown the green grass here, so I knew I was here. And where I'm being taken to right now, Janet, because as this other lady steps forward, it's almost like she's very gently, because she's in spirit now and everything's lovely over there, but she's taken your grandmothers and maybe taking them to, you know, one side here. And I've got to say here, was your mom quite a stern lady when she was here?
Yes.
Like, because I didn't want to say this before because it's almost like she barged him out the way and said, I need to talk to my daughter. And I've got to be genuine here, Janet, because she's saying that I feel as though there was a point when you feared your mom. Would you understand this?
Very much so.
Thank you. And now, listen, I feel as though we are beyond that. We've moved on, but she's very much bringing this essence. Oh, and who was Brian as well? I heard the name Brian being called.
No, I don't know that name.
Okay, but as she comes through, she said she wants to give me that essence of who she was, and this ruling with a sort of rod of iron. But I feel as well. Would I be right in saying you've got, is it 2 brothers?
No, brother and a sister.
Brother and sister. Okay. Do you know what? I heard the word one, and God knows why I said 2. But I feel a little bit here, Janet, that either you felt pushed to the side or you felt as though you weren't. There was. I'm being shown there was an imbalance in how you were treated compared to your brother and sister. Would that make sense?
It would.
Thank you. And that's exactly why your mum's come through today, because she said there was an unfairness, there was an imbalance, and I'm also being brought here to your mum's chest. And can I ask, was there a cancer condition with your mum?
Yes.
Thank you. And I've got my hands on my chest here, so I feel as though I need to be in the area. I'm hedging my bet here, but in the areas of her lungs or her breast here. Would that make sense to you?
She was riddled.
Oh, thank you. Well, I am sorry about that, but I know I was in the sort of right ballpark here with this. So one of the reasons, obviously, that she's come forward here. Oh, by the way, would I be right in saying, because she's just come forward again, would I be right in saying here that your mom, when you were younger, she either took very much pride in her appearance or she was very particular about the way she looked?
Yes, she was.
Because it's almost like she showed me her nails here, and and even if she didn't highly polish them, I feel as though her nails were her pride and joy, and I feel as though she always had to be, as I would say, made up or done, had her face done nicely because she felt as though she was underdressed if she went out into public without being done up properly. Would you understand this?
Vaguely.
Okay, then. Well, listen, she's here. She wants to stop by, and she's shown me a milk float. Okay, what's going? There's a milk float just pulled up outside the house. And who was the milkman?
It wasn't the milkman. It was an incident with my sister.
What are milk floats? Okay, then. Because I tell you why I got the name Brian, because the guy that delivered milk to our house when we were kids, his name was Brian, and I heard the name Brian, and I saw the milk float, and I thought, well, she doesn't know who Brian is, so we'll discount that. But it was spirit giving me the name Brian to relate to the milk float. But you would understand the incident here. But also, as well, she's just talking here about. I've just got to ask you this, but although you told me it was an incident, but who used to pinch the milk off the float?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
the incident was over. It was at school over milk.
Oh no, well, she showed me the milk bottles here, but anyway, she just wants to let you know that she's bringing that through for you. But the other thing she's bringing through here is, see, I know she was stern, but. I don't feel as though your mum was a huggy, lovey, sort of an emotionally demonstrative person, was she, Jana?
No, she wasn't.
Because I'm forgive. And who was Maggie as well, or Margaret?
Ah, that's my cousin.
Thank you. And what was she called, Maggie?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, because that's what she mentioned, Maggie as well. Because your mum's come through, and I said, "Come closer, come closer," and she said, "No." We said, "We've still got some work to do here, Andrew." And I tell you what she's given me as well here for you, because she, like I said, she's not coming through as very huggy or lovey. But what she is giving me, have you? I know lots of people talk about guides, Jana, and they talk about guides and sort of Native Americans and spiritual people like that. But your mom, do you mind me asking? Have you been collecting Native American memorabilia, or have you been, I don't know, studying a lot of this or looking into it or relating to it somehow? Would this make sense?
It does, and it was about 2 years ago.
Okay, because what she's saying to me here is, it's like you've either left. Well, you've told me you've left that behind, but it's almost like she's saying, "I want you to get back to it, Jana. I want you to sort of start and get back into your development, or get back into your faith, or start getting back in touch with you again."
Yeah, I am.
And would you understand this?
Yes, I do.
That's exactly where your mum. So strangely enough, in her own way, and I've just said to her, "Give us a kiss," and she said, "Not on your Nelly." And it's almost like she would turn her face away. Like you'd peck her on the cheek, but she wouldn't give you what I would call a loving kiss off her mum. And you'd have to give her a peck on her cheek. And she just said, "That's who I was, Andrew. I couldn't help who I was, but I want Janet to know I'm not that person now, but I'm working on that with her." And where you are right now, Janet, your mum's telling me here, either you're not staying where you are, or you're trying to get out of where you are, where you live. Would you understand this?
Yes, I'm looking at moving in about 18 months.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she said that's on the card. She's working on that for you. But she said what she wants to do is work on you. And she's saying, now we can't talk about health and things like that, but she said about working on your health, and it's I feel as though it's all linked to what goes on upstairs inside your head as well, the health side of things. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So it's not just the link with your mum, and your mum said, "Oh, right, okay." have you been? Do you mind me asking, Jana, have you got mobility issues with your legs?
Yes, well, my feet.
Your feet, okay? Because your mum was just drawing me to that. So she's talking, and I don't know whether you've looked at reflexology or whether you've looked at getting some other what I would call footwork done there. But your mum's saying to me here, she said she's working on all of that as well. So she's trying to get you back up and moving again, and that's her way of working with you. And your mum had a strange way of doing things that she would do something for you without actually saying she'd done it. And if you acknowledged it, she'd play it down. Would you understand this?
Yes.
Yeah, well, not a lot's changed, but but she's working on it too, and I'm just going to leave it there with you, Janet, because she just wants to say hi, and I just need to leave the name Philip with you as well. Who's Philip?
No, I don't know that name.
Okay, well, listen, can I leave your mum's love with you, and thank you for calling into the show.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Janet, my pleasure. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that was Janet there in Nottingham in England. Janet, thank you very much indeed for joining the show. And well, Fellini, thank you. Jody White Wolf, all good stuff. And there was one or two people trying to call in there, and I'm not sure whether they were trying to call in and they were coming directly through while Janet was on. So maybe the lines are working, so maybe it's something else we can look at there. I've got some messages off Mr. P here for what he's talking about. Let's have a look. Yeah, got a call coming in, so let's go for it, Colin. Yeah, I mean, they probably will try again, but yeah, we've got no way of screening the calls, guys, or holding them off, or for them sitting in a queue. So that's maybe something we can look at, but hopefully they will call in. Not sure who they were, and I don't think I can dial out and get hold of them. So I'll put that out there for people to join the show if they did dial in. And let me just oh, Lisa Ashton. Okay, Lisa. I'm just messaging Lisa, who's I've just told us to call the show now. We are free. There you go. So let's see what we get there. And I know I've got the number, and Lisa might just come straight through, and I'll send her the number as well. Okay. Now I am getting a little bit croaky, but Lisa, she'll talk the leg off her. Talk. Oh yeah. Let's have a look here. Let's get the numbers. It's all disappeared. What's going on? Here we go. Let's have a look at this. I'll just send this over. Well, I'm going to have a look in the chat room while I wait for Lisa to call in. And I borrowed my son's laptop at the moment, which is yeah, it's there. It's creaking along. Come on, Lisa. There you go. So Lisa's going to be calling. And work on that between us all. Okay, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Jody, you're not in charge of technology. You're not wrong. I tell you what, I have had no end of problems this last week with communication devices, phones, and you name it. But yeah, we're just waiting here for. Excuse me. Let's have a look where she is. She should be dialing in right now. Yeah, she's seen the number. She's got the number, so she should be coming through. That's Lisa Ashton. She's down in Rhode Island in Massachusetts. And yeah, what's she saying here? She was messaging me. She didn't ring. It's bear with me, guys.
Hi.
Right, we're back. Am I live on air still, Colin?
I believe so.
Okay then. Yeah, don't know what happened there. We lost somebody, and we were waiting for Lisa to phone in. Oh. Okay, there's a call there, and yeah, no idea what's going on there. So now, Colin, you need to sort of, if you could just get back to me, because I'm not sure how often the breaks are, whether they are every hour or every half hour, or what happens there. But if you could just let me know, please, so I know where I'm up to.
You can go to break if you like.
Yeah, if you could, please, Matt, because I'm waiting for this lady, Lisa, to phone in. Cheers, Colin.
Astrology Chat with Chrissy Lincoln, Psychological Body and Spirit. Monthly chat show, last Tuesday of the month, 1 to 3 p.m. New Zealand time. Welcome to Astrology Chat with Christina Richter, a monthly chat show linking psychological, body and spirit, along with astrological guidance for the month, here on SOC Radio. Christina will be right back.
Welcome and hello and welcome to the Chrissy Astrology Show. Thank you for listening. And
join us on SOC Radio. Host your own online radio show. We welcome inquiries and ideas for your own show live right here on SOC Radio. Share your knowledge, thoughts and abilities. Bring your ideas to life with us here on SOC Radio and spiritualistonline.com. Or join any of our shows as a special guest, speaker or presenter. Check out the liveliest spiritual chat show, the Spiritualist Open Circle Panel Forum, a monthly discussion show, or the Circle of Mediums, a weekly show sharing spirit messages and teaching all aspects of mediumship and psychic abilities. Or join our Christina on the monthly astrology show. Contact us now at socradioshows@gmail.com. Advertise with SOC Radio. 10, 15, 20 or 30-second jingles, adverts or promotions, all going out live on SOC Radio. Promote your services, churches, groups or events at the best rates online. Work with us on shows or promotion and you could get your jingles absolutely free. For this and more, contact Julie at socradioshows@gmail.com. Beyond the Veil with Terry Oz. Check it out first Monday, monthly, 2 p.m. UK time. Terry shares her experiences and love of spiritual communication with those from beyond the veil. Join us live in the SOC Radio chat room on spiritualistonline.com or simply listen in at tunein.com and search for SOC Radio. Premium membership on spiritualistonline.com. Join our teaching lyceum for classes and courses to certificate and diploma levels. It's an option, not an obligation. Still only £30 per year for unlimited seminars, guest sessions, members' moments, voice members included on radio chats and TV shows, full certificate courses and qualifications, members' promotions of sites, books and services, discounts on SOC services, one-on-one teaching, private classes, members-only Facebook. Upgrade your membership today. Joint family group options. See spiritualistonline.com. Spiritualistonline.com. Online since 2002, teaching all aspects of personal and spiritual development. Free to all with audio video chat rooms, members forums and SOC radio live shows on site. The Spiritualist Online Network and Lyceum, a global oasis for spiritual awareness, development, attainment, imparting knowledge, thoughts, ideas to inspire. One site, linking a whole network of spiritually informative, educational and interactive services, encompassing every faith, path, walk, religion as one. Myths and Legends with Jeanette Jade and guests, Monday at 10 a.m. UK time and 11 p.m. New Zealand time. Do you like ghost stories? Are you interested in true, historical and fictional spooky tales? Then join us each Monday for some spooky tales from Facebook group Ghosts, the Paranormal, Supernatural Myths and Legends. Psychic medium Jeanette and her guests chat and discuss these and other stories, personal experiences alongside some readings and messages from Spirit and more. Dare you call in and share your stories? Add Circle of Mediums to your Skype and join in the show.
For the next half hour, we are the room next door. We are on SOC Radio, SOC Chat if you're in the chat room, guys. Good evening to you, and I hope you are well. Now, I've got a very special friend of mine who's just jumped on the line. She's Lisa. She's down in Rhode Island. She might even be in Connecticut. Who knows? But Lisa, how are you? And welcome to the show.
Thanks, Andrew. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Now, are you in Rhode Island or are you down in Connecticut?
I'm in Rhode Island, Newport.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're back home then. Great stuff. And how are you today? Because we've not actually seen each other for a while, have we?
I know. Not since you've been back. It's unusual.
Yeah, because I think I've been back a month this coming week.
I know.
So yeah, and normally we bump into each other quite frequently, but obviously not this time around. But one thing I was going to ask you, Lisa, are you down at Pelham Street at the end of the month on the 29th?
No. Oh, yes. Yes, at the Elks. Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there, so I'll see you there, yeah.
That sounds great. Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
okay.
It's been a rough...
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm Mercury retrograde. I'm a Virgo, so this has been nightmare couple of weeks for me here.
Yeah, and it particularly this last week has for me. I mean, honestly, this morning the laptop I'm using right now was my son's laptop, and it's playing fine. You know, it wants to do this today.
The one Jordan fixed. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but this morning, 20 minutes, and I never got a thing done on it, and I ended up logging onto my own PC next door and doing it in about 5 minutes. So yeah, it's all good. The laptop that your fine son fixed for me back in December is it's up and it's running. So Lisa, let's have a look at what we've got going on here. And can I just ask you when your next birthday is, please, Lisa?
August 24th.
Okay, let's have a look what's going on there. I'm still writing it the good old-fashioned English way, 24th of the 8th. 8, 9, and 6 is 15. Yeah, do you know what, Lisa? This is, we've still got a little way to go here, but you are literally still in the middle of a numerological 5-year. So it's almost, expect the unexpected, lots of change, things going in, new directions for you. And it is very much about you. And I'm hearing the word now. Do you understand the word "grasp the nettle"? Here, do you know what I mean by that?
Like pull the ring on a merry-go-round.
Well, when we say grasp the nettle, it's almost like grab the bull by the horns, because nettles, or those stingers, those leaves as you run past them, they would sting you as a kid.
Oh.
And when we say grasp the nettle, it's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be painful. It's going to be, it's going to hurt you. But, sometimes we need to do these things just to get things sorted out. And I feel like you're caught almost between a rock and a hard place here. It's almost like you're trying to keep people apart, keep people separated, sort people out. But in a way, Lisa, and I'm being shown here for you. Let's have a look at the oracle cards here. I'm being shown cut and run. And as I read into that and feel into it a little bit more, I'm being shown here with you that, there's a certain relationship around you, a certain situation around you. And I feel there's more than one situation or relationship here. One is, well, Lisa, I'm going to leave you to do the working out here because I'm not being shown what it is, but it's almost like certain relationships or certain things, I'm going to say, in the nicest possible way as a friend, perhaps you need to keep your nose out. That's one thing I'm being shown, and I don't mind being blunt about that because I know that you will take it for what it is. But there's in another sense as well, I'm being shown that there's only so much you can do, only so much you can work on, or only so much you can help before you realize that, do you know what? Maybe my help is getting in the way here. Maybe I'm just trying to. And you told me you're a Virgo. You're a fixer. You're a get up and do it. You like to sort things out and repair things, whether that's in life or whether that's emotionally or psychologically or spiritually. And sometimes I'm being given this for you, from the horse's mouth, literally. And there seems to be all of these horse references here. Talk the hind leg off a donkey, from the horse's mouth. So is there around you, does somebody live near horses or have a big horse? You weren't born in the Chinese year of the horse, were you?
Nope. I'm a pig, a Chinese pig.
Okay. That's different, right? Because I'm being given all these horse references, so I don't know whether does somebody you know or somebody you deal with sort of deal with horses, or do they feature quite closely with you, or is one of these relationships I'm talking about, or is one of these relationships they have a lot to do with horses, or do they come from horse country, or does any of this make sense at all?
No, I don't know anybody that. I mean, my daughter rode when she was little, but I don't know anything about horses now or know anyone with horses.
Yeah. And okay, and I do feel a little bit like Lisa, and I genuinely don't know what I'm talking about here, but do you feel as though you're not being listened to at the moment, or you feel as though you are trying to help somebody, but maybe it's falling on deaf ears, or maybe you've been told to maybe, hey, this is not your rice bowl, maybe you've got to sort of, leave it to do its own thing?
Kind of, yes, I can relate to that. Yes.
Okay then. So that's the main inference I'm being given here. But have you got anything specific you want to ask me, or anything you want me to look into? Because what I'm being shown here is that it's almost like step back, and I want to say listen to the. What do they say? It's almost like wake up, smell the coffee, step back and listen to the music. I'm being told maybe it's time to listen rather than do the talking, because I know you're a fixer, and I know you've got everybody's best intentions at heart. But do you feel a little bit like this at the moment, that maybe what you've been trying to do has fallen on deaf ears, or maybe it's not worked out maybe the way you thought it had or should have done?
I'm not sure. I was just told today that I had to leave my house, that she was going to renew my lease, and then now today she told me she's not, and I have literally 30 days to move out.
Oh, Lisa, do you know what? I can't claim this, but it was because I said to the last lady who was on, are you looking to get out of your house? Are you moving? And she said, yeah, in 18 months. And I heard it again. I thought, no, that's something from the past. That's an echo from the last reading. And I just ignored it. So literally you were just told that today.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
and with no reason. She told me I could stay another year, and then now she's saying I have to be out by the end of May.
Oh wow! Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but do you know what? I wish it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just my ego. That's just my ego getting in the way. But listen, never fear, because what I said to you about the you've been right smack bang in the middle of that 5 year and the change and life going in a new direction. That's literally what's happened today for you. And I will say to you, Lisa, you've got a month, but I do really want to say I feel as though it's going to be a good thing for you. Sometimes we think, why did this happen? I'm happy. I don't want this to happen. I want to carry on as I am before. And I really do feel as though this is a good thing for you in a way that will. And I see you moving somewhere smaller. And I want to say, moving somewhere smaller, but moving somewhere that's going to be. All I'm going to say is, I feel as though it's going to put more money in your pocket. Okay,
great.
So somewhere that is financially, it's almost like a blessing in disguise, Lisa. It might not feel like that at the moment. It might feel like a little bit of a kick in the teeth. But I've literally just given up a house in the UK that we were renting, and we've had a few, let's just say, difficulties or issues there with the landlady. And I'm just like, well, why is this? Why? What? But in a way, I'm sort of glad that we did it, because. It's sort of something else that's off our back. So I do feel that this is a blessing in disguise, and that you're going to give it 6 months, and you are going to think to yourself, do you know what? It wasn't such a bad thing after all. But it's something you just need to get over, isn't it?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then.
I appreciate it, Andrew.
And listen, most of all, I know what it's like when you sort of become almost like a ship without a rudder. You thought you knew where you were, you thought you knew where you were going, you felt comfortable, you were happy where you were at. But I do feel as though this is something that will benefit you, and don't be surprised if you sort of think, well, thank you, Spirit, you did me a favor. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Andrew.
Okay, well, listen, I will see you at the end of the month, and enjoy the rest of your evening, Lisa. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Look after yourself. That was Lisa there, all the way down in Rhode Island. Well, that was a bit of a shocker. And this happens sometimes, guys. Lisa really did. I really did see it there. I thought and I could see I was being taken. I think she lives in Newport, and I was being taken down there where all the mansions are in Newport in Rhode Island, and I kept hearing house gone, and I literally thought it was Janet. So yeah, you've literally. I've got to take some of my own medicine here, guys, to say what you see or whatever comes through. Just go with it. But there's a. Oh, now, Donna. Okay, I'm just going to send a message out there. There's a lady contacted me who wanted a reading. I'm going to send this out there now. And hopefully that will all go through. But Lisa is on there. We've got a message here of somebody. It's showing as Lisa still being connected, I think. Not sure who that is. But is there a message here for me? Let's have a look, guys. Guys, we've only got about literally 15 minutes of the show to go. So, who's that? Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Okay, yeah, we've only got about 15 minutes of the show. So if you are in the chat room, let's go back and see there what's happening there, because I know people have been busy away there. And the little flower, welcome to the chat room. What? Who's that? Is that you again, Lisa?
No, my name is Brenda.
Oh, Brenda, I do apologize. You came through all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm Andrew D. This is the room next door. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm wonderful, thank you. That was a bit of a shock because I was busy chatting away to myself, and there you were. Brenda, where are you at the moment?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, well, wonderful. Whereabouts?
In Taunton.
Oh, I know exactly where you are. I'm just down the road in Plymouth.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yeah, I'm down in Seekonk on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm over here on vacation. So did you just sort of get the memo on Facebook and decide to call in?
My mom actually called me and told me.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, don't tell me anything about your mom, because maybe you can tell me later on that maybe she saw it. And I don't know. I might even know your mom. So
you do.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, listen. Don't tell me a word, okay? Because you know, I want to take it from there and see how we get on. So, Brenda down in Taunton. Yeah, I drove through there the other day on the way to East Providence. I was down that way. So, Brenda, now let's see what we've got here. Now, Brenda, can I ask you when your next birthday is, please?
July 20th.
Okay, 7/21. Well, Brenda, I just feel a little for you here, and let's just see what comes through. Now, do you mind me asking, do you feel as though you've had a little bit of a rough year this year, Brenda?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you mind me asking, has a relationship broken up around you as well?
Yes.
Okay. But I feel that the rough year that you've had is not just a physical breaking up of a relationship, but I feel as though it is connected to a passing as well. Would you understand this?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you here, well, in the UK, we call them partners, but do you mind me asking, have you lost your boyfriend or your husband this year?
Nope.
Okay, then, because there's a man stepping forward here. Do you mind me asking that? Because there's a man stepping forward. The person that you've lost to spirit, was that a man this year?
No.
Okay, well, I've got a man stepping forward at the moment, and I just want to work with what I've got for you. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. And as this man steps forward, he's very much making me aware here that he looks tall. I won't say tall and willowy in his build, or he looks tall maybe because he's slim, and his hair looks very much unkempt. It's almost like his hair did its own thing. But I'm being made very much aware that I feel as though this gentleman didn't look after himself, or he was somebody that maybe I feel as though when he was here, I want to say his personal. Maybe his personal hygiene, but his own personal care or looking after his own well-being, it wasn't what it should have been. And I feel as though, in a way, he contributed to his own passing from the way his lifestyle was. Would you understand this at all?
I think so.
Okay, then. Well, would you understand this man having a drink problem as well?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, this keeps coming up. This came up in the last reading as well here. Okay, then. Right, let's see what we've got here with him. Okay. Right. Now, this is a toughie, Brenda. I might even need a little bit of help off you here. Brenda, this gentleman that I've got with me at the moment, you seem to understand the description, but who do you feel that this gentleman is at the moment? Because I am having a little bit of difficulty linking with him, but who do you feel he is, as though he is?
My daughter's father.
Your daughter's father. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's work on that for now then. And I just want to sort of have a recap here, because if you don't mind me saying, Brenda, I'm picking up here that I feel as though you're struggling with this whole situation at the moment. Would that make sense?
A little bit.
Okay. Now, with your daughter's father, would you understand it when I said about his hair being? I feel as though he had a full head of hair, but I just don't. Either he kept it longer on his shoulder, or I just feel as though his hair did its own thing. Would you understand that with him?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you understand his build? Because I feel as though, and he's showing me his ribs here, so I feel as though either he was skin and bone, or I just feel as though I don't like using the word weight loss, but it looks to me as though his cheeks are hollow. So I feel with him that this was a condition that was part of the way he was living at the time, because I'm being shown this weight loss with him. Would you understand this?
I think so.
Okay, then. Well, would I be right in saying that you hadn't seen him for some time before he passed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, because that's what you just said to me. And I feel as though it was and I actually feel as though there was a whole break here, because I don't feel as though he was a hands-on father either. Would you understand this?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. And the thing I want to nail down here for you, Brenda, because with your daughter's dad, your ex, And it's funny because I said, have you lost a boyfriend or a husband? And you said no, but he was an ex of yours. Do you mind me asking? I said about him not looking after himself or his lifestyle, or do you mind me asking? Was there a because it's almost like I feel as though he was not of sound mind when he passed. Would you understand this?
Not really.
Okay. Do you mind me asking, did this guy take his own life?
No.
Okay. Because, okay, I'll leave it there then, because I'm getting this sense that either he had a hand in his own passing, or I don't want to say he took his own life, but I feel as though somehow he was responsible, or somehow he had somehow he was involved in his own passing. Would you understand that, Brenda?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very much what he's given me here. But with him, it's almost like he doesn't want to come forward. And do you mind me asking, did you cut him out of your life before you found out that he'd passed?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what he's saying. He said, she doesn't want to talk to me, Andrew. That's fine. You know, I'm good with all of that. Let's move that on and let's change the energy. But he's also got somebody else with him. And there's a... God, let's work this out. There's a young... there's a lady come forward here, Brenda. And this lady... there's a lady with him from Spirit, and she's taking me to she keeps running her fingers through her hair here, so I don't know whether she was particularly proud of her hair, or it's like she said, oh my, look at my hair, so I don't know whether she kept... Would you understand a lady that's passed that was very proud of her hair? This sounds a bit weird, but proud of her hair, or it's like she keeps taking me there and saying, Andrew, tell her about the hair. It's almost like she wants to give you her hair. Would this make sense, Brenda?
Yeah.
Would you understand? Do you mind me asking, have you got a lock of this lady's hair, or have you got some of her hair that you've kept?
No.
Okay, but you would understand why she keeps going on about it, because she said, look at my hair, and it's like she's combing it, and she's sort of it's almost like she's saying, you know, this was her pride and joy, and it was something that she was known for with her hair. And she said, even towards the... And she's saying towards the end of her life, or even after she passed, I feel this is like a conversation that people might have had, strangely enough, about her hair. Would you understand this? That people would say, oh, it was beautiful and she was always so proud of it. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And I'll tell you something else she's given me here as well. As she steps forward, I keep hearing the word mom here, Brenda. Do you mind me asking, was this lady, was this person, or this female lady, this lady I've got with me, was she your daughter?
No.
Well, do you mind me asking then? Because she's saying to me that you either looked after her, or somehow she looked up to you, or there was like I'm not going to say there's a mother-daughter relationship, but in some way she looked up to you, or you cared for each other. There's like a relationship, but I feel as though there was a mutual respect for each other. Would you understand this?
Yes.
Okay, then. And I'm going to be honest here, Brenda. You know, it's not your fault, but I feel in a way that you've never really let this lady go, or you've never really sort of been able to accept her passing. Would that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay, because she said to me, and I'm getting as much information as I can, because she said, when you try to think of her, or when you try to talk to her, or when you try to communicate with her, she said it screws you up. Would that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, and she said, and please forgive me, Brenda, we can always talk later on, but I will work you now, because I was talking earlier on in the show today, and you probably didn't hear it because you've only just called in, but we were talking about those heart walls and being able to let people go, or accept their passing, or be able to move on. And she's saying to me, oh, the initial J here looks like Jackie or Jack, but I've got an initial J that she's given me for you. And she said, you've got yourself into a state and you've got yourself all wound up about this. And she said, you can't accept her passing. But Brenda, there seems to be a blame game going on here. Would you understand where there's blame, or if you're not blaming somebody, she's saying you're blaming yourself? Would that make sense?
Not really.
Okay. Well, this lady's saying to me that, because she's thank you. I'm just being shown her now, and she's very much taking me to. Would you understand where there was a period, either a hospital stay for her, or where she was? Because she showed me white sheets and linen here. So would you understand where there was? I feel as though she said where I was laid out, where I was stretched out, where I was resting here. So do you mind me asking? Did you go and see her before she passed?
Yes.
Okay. And she's saying to me here, and it's funny because she was talking about her hair again. Did you ever comb her hair or run your fingers? Because this is what I can't get away. Did you run her fingers through, or did you comb her hair for her when she was? Because I feel as though there was an unconscious state with this lady before she passed as well. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And something else she's given me for you. Okay. And it's funny, as not funny, haha, but bizarre, because do you mind me asking, did you ask her to wriggle her toes or something so she could hear you?
No.
Because she's shown me herself as she was, wriggling her toes, and she's just saying to me here, it's like you kept asking her for a sign or a signal or something. So, because when you were talking to her, it's just, let me know you're there, let me know you can hear me. And you were asking her to do something to let her know that she was conscious of what you were saying. Would that make sense to you?
I think so.
Okay, then. And okay, Brenda, I'm going to work on this. Believe you me, it's not that easy, this one. And she said, it's tough, this, Brenda, because she said, while you were with her, Brenda, I know your birthday's not till July, but this lady, and she's really, I mean, I'm really working on this, but is her birthday or her, is there like even a monthly, for example, 6 months or 9 months, but is her anniversary coming up very shortly? Because she keeps giving me balloons here and she keeps talking about an anniversary or a birthday here. So I know it's not yours, but is her birthday or even like a 6-month anniversary for her coming up? Would this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Well, just so I can hear your voice, when is her anniversary coming up? What is it, in the next week or so?
A couple months.
A couple of months?
In 2 months.
Thank you. Okay. But I'm also being taken to around, she's given me the number 24 here, and I need to be around the 24th of the month here. So would you understand the 24th of the month, her anniversary being around that point?
I think so.
Okay, then. And listen, she just wants to bring me some memories here. She just wants to, be remembered, because she said you've never really spoken, maybe to other friends or to other family, but you've never really spoken about her passing or talked about, her illness or what it meant to you or your relationship. You've kept everything in and tied down, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. And would I be right in saying that I'm one of the first, not the first, but I'm one of the first people where you volunteered to come and sort of at least talk and open up slightly about her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I've got to say thank you I know you're upset, but I've got to say thank you because you've been very brave coming here on the radio, because I know there's other people listening in, and I know that you're conscious of that as well. And she's okay. Okay. And she's just saying to me here, thank you for coming and making this brave move, and thank you, Mom, as well for, putting you in touch with me. But this lady that I've got with me at the moment that you're so upset about, what's she saying to me here? She's just give me here. Do you mind me asking, Brenda, have you got a crucifix belonging to her or a cross belonging to her?
No.
Well, she's given me the cross for you, but it's not to do with religion, but it's about faith, and it's about keeping the faith here. And she's saying, do you talk to her? Because you said you keep asking for signs or asking her to come closer or to show you that she's around, don't you?
Yeah.
And she's saying to me, she said, when you look really hard, she said, when you look hard, it's almost like we want to create these signs or these signals. And she's just saying to me here that, just allow her to draw closer to you naturally. And I'm not saying forget her, and I'm not saying just say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's okay that you're not here. What I'm saying here is that allow spirit to draw closer to you naturally. And the reason I'm saying this to you is because when we keep looking for the signs, when we keep looking for those signals, it almost becomes counterproductive. It's almost like we create the block. Okay. And I know I haven't got an awful lot here for you today from her, but she's saying to me, okay. One thing I wanted to give you here, Brenda, and I've asked her to give us something for you, but she actually wants to give me a pink ribbon for you. And this pink ribbon, and I'm being shown here, I'm being shown either a telegraph, because it looks like a tree, a telegraph pole or a tree here. And I feel as though I need to tie this ribbon around the tree, and almost as a memorial here. So would you understand where there's a memorial or where people have placed flowers, not on a grave, but somewhere separate, that there's like a special place? Because she's talking about a place other than a grave here, or a burial plot, but somewhere where there's flowers or where people go and stand and go and remember her, or you've been there. Would this make sense to you at all?
I think so.
Okay. Well, just so I get you to open up, where do you think that place is, or is this somewhere you visited yourself?
There was a tree in front of my friend's house that I used to stand on that.
Okay. And did you just stand and look at her house after she'd passed?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because that's why she was. I'm glad you said that, because what you're doing here, Brenda, is the fact that you went to see your friend's house. You stood under the tree, and she was taking me to the tree. I knew that was a significant place for you, and that's where she was taking me to as well. And that's what she's saying to me. When you stand there and you look at the house, it's like you can't believe that she's not in the house anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we can easily talk offline about this. I mean, you'll find my number easily on the internet. But she's just saying to me, when you go and stand there, just know that she stood at the side of you. And bear with me. And as I look at the front of this house, your friend, I'm just being told here, Brenda, do you mind me asking, was there some sort of trauma to your friend's head at all, or was there some sort of I'm being taken to her head, and I don't know whether there was pain in her head or she's talking about it's. Would this make sense at all?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's taking to me her head here, and she said, Brenda, please don't cry. She said, I'm fine. She said, it's all gone. That's what she said. The pain has gone. It's all gone. And she said, and she is making me laugh, but because I want to bring through a high vibration for her. Do you ever remember her dancing, or did you guys go dancing together?
Yeah.
Because she just said, I'm dancing. That's what she said. I'm dancing. She said, "Will you remember me? Just remember me as I'm dancing." And she's making me laugh because she said Brenda's opened up ever so slightly. Oh, who is Julie as well, Brenda?
Julie?
Yeah, the name Julie.
I don't know.
Okay, but she's just saying to me here. She was dancing, but she's also making me laugh as well. Did she have to have her teeth straightened, or did you have to have your teeth straightened? Because she's laughing about teeth here, and she's saying about having teeth sorted out or teeth fixed. Would this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not asking you to tell me, embellish it, but for you, what does that mean? Because I want you to talk about this, you see, because I want you to laugh. But was it her that had to have her teeth fixed or have a brace on?
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's what she's saying here, because she was laughing about this. And I've got to also say, was it you that refused to have a brace or refused to have your teeth done? And this was a joke between you that she was going to have beautiful straight teeth and you didn't?
No.
Okay. Okay. But you understand what she said about the brace and the teeth, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. And I've also got to say here, at one point, did you guys swap clothes as well?
No.
Like, because she's taking, I don't know what you guys call them, those little tops with the strappy tops here. She's taking her top off, like a strappy top, maybe a tank top you guys call it, and she's taking this and she's giving it to you. And thank you. Did your friend always wear bright colors? Was she always like bright and she had this energy about her that she was always like full of life? Would you understand this with her?
Yes.
And would you understand why she always liked to wear bright colors, or she said her colors, it's like that's the way she was. If she ever went out, she was like the most brightly dressed. Would that make sense?
Yep.
Thank you, because she's given me these colors, and I don't know whether you've been wearing black or you've stopped dressing up. She said, or you it's like you've maybe just wear jeans and a top. But she said she wants you to stop dressing brightly again, and she said and start dressing like you're ready to party here. That's what she's telling me. Okay. Have you been wearing black, or have you been wearing dark colors?
Yeah.
Thank you, because she wanted to give the color to you, and I don't know why, but do you ever remember her wearing? She had a favorite pair of white jeans at one point.
Not that I can remember.
Okay, because she's drawing me to her legs here, and she's talking about white trousers or white jeans here, and she wants to give them to you. But she said, just before she goes, I've worked my socks off with this lady. Just before she goes, she said, I know there was a loss of consciousness with her, but do you mind me asking, Brenda, did your friend, was she found, was there like a coma condition with her? Was she found unconscious?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because she's saying to me, it's like she was found, and she said they brought me in. Okay, and that's what I'm being told. I don't know whether she was unable to help herself or whether she was unable to fix herself or sort herself. That's what she's saying. I needed sorting out. And it's almost like she said, but would you understand with her in life as well? And it's just yes or no. It's something had been shown, but at one point, would you say her life fell apart? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said to me. She said, "They've put me back together again. They've put me back together again, Andrew. I'm back in one piece." Okay. And she said, "I've got all my senses." She said, "And I can see." And there's that song, "Got my eyes, got my arms, got my legs," and she said, "I've got life." Okay. That's the song. She said, "I've got life, Brenda." She said, "Please don't be sad for me." Okay. She said, "Please just give me a smile and remember and know." Do you ever remember, how old are you now, Brenda?
35.
You're 35. Right. Was your friend a childhood friend too?
No, her mom was.
Her mum was okay. Because the reason
Well,
I've said
it was her mom that passed, and I was best friends with her.
okay, but yeah, that's why I had childhood friends. But do you ever remember little girls when they used to go make friends, never break friends, and they used to hold their little fingers together?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what little girls used to do when I was growing up, and that's what she's just done to me. She said, make friends, we'll never ever break friends." And she said she'll always be your friend and she'll always be there at your side. And I'm hearing the name Chris or Christopher being called as well. Definitely Chris. And I'll just leave that with you, Brenda, because I just want you to be able to take away today. And we've been on the phone a long time, but I genuinely feel as though I needed to spend that time with you today. And a year is not a long time at all, Brenda. And I was chatting earlier on in the show, and Prince Harry back in the UK, he was literally saying recently this week in the press, he said, it took him 20 years before he sought help to get over his grief for losing his mom. A little bit different, but I'm just being told here that, please move forward. You're not going to be 20 years, but always be remembered that she's around you, and she'll never, ever leave your side, okay?
Okay.
Now, I wish I had a magic wand, but my pen, I can't fix everything in 30 minutes. And I know there's a lot of people listening out there, but I just wanted to work with you on this today. And, it's easy just to give throwaway lines and throwaway, hey, she did this, and, and fish for information. But I don't work like that. I want you to take something away from today, Brenda. And even if it's just day one of day one for you, that tomorrow it's day two of day two, and that you're able to work on this and know that your friend's at your side. And maybe when we speak again, you'll be in a different place again, and it won't be such so painful for you. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, absolutely. And say hi to Taunton for me, and I'll speak to you soon, Brenda. Okay?
All right. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's Brenda gone. Wow, guys, that was that's exactly what we were talking about earlier on. Little Flower, thank you. And it is sometimes it's a tough call, guys, when we're doing these shows. Somebody comes in, they're upset, they're distraught, and it was we have to work through it, and it's not always a quick fix. Excuse me. And I'm just looking here. Somebody's messaged me, a lady called Linda. Okay. Okay, there's somebody trying to call me. So I will get onto that later on. Somebody else I'm not sure whether she was calling the show or whether she was calling, trying to call me personally. But guys, we've been here for just coming up 2 hours now, and I'm just sort of about done here. And what I'd like to do, I'd like to thank Colin, who's been looking after the show for me, Mr. Producer, and there's just a message popped up here for me. Okay. Oh, yeah, that wasn't me. Okay, had no calls for a while. So what we're going to do, guys, I think we're sort of a juncture here where we can wrap up the show, Colin. And if you are listening in, I'd like to thank Tracy, who's listening in, Little Flower as a guest, Jodie White Wolf, and Janet as well for being there. And Janet, I just feel as though you can relate to what I was talking to with Brenda there. And it's been a great show. And I'm going to say good night, God bless to each and every one of you. And we're going to call it a day. And I will see you 6 p.m. Eastern next Monday, which is 11 p.m. UK time. And also it is round about, where are we now? It's it's about noon in New Zealand, and a little bit after that, I think a little bit before that. And I've lost it, guys. So Andrew D here, signing off from the room next door, and say good night, God bless, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Thank you for listening in, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Spiritualistonline.com, online since 2002, teaching all aspects of personal and spiritual development. Free to all with audio video chat rooms, members forums, and soft radio live shows on site. The Spiritualist Online Network and Lyceum, a global oasis for spiritual awareness, development, attainment, imparting knowledge, thoughts, ideas to inspire. One site, linking a whole network of spiritually informative, educational and interactive services, encompassing every faith, path, walk religion as one.